now where, as the sheriff said, it looks like an atomic bomb went off. This is the largest of the 5 fires that are burning in LA County, and amid the everyday victims that are suffering right now, there are also some very famous faces who are dealing with incredible loss.
Welcome to our video. The California wildfires spared no one, not even Los Angeles elite. As homes turned to ash, celebrities joined thousands in facing the unpredictable fury of fire season. Los Angeles is battling the worst wildfires in its history, with 31,000 acres scorched and 180,000 residents forced to evacuate. The flames show no mercy, leaving a trail of destruction across Palisades, Eaton, Kennethurst, and Lydia. California Fire Chief David Acuna estimates 10,000 structures have likely been lost, and among those affected are some of the city's most famous residents. As the fires rage on, the impact on lives, landmarks, and legacies continues to unfold. Let's dive into their stories of loss, resilience, and rebuilding in the aftermath of destruction. Josh Gad's emotional plea amid Los Angeles wildfires. Actor Josh Gad, known for his iconic voice work as Olaf in Frozen, took to Instagram on Wednesday to express his shock and deep sadness over the unprecedented devastation caused by the wildfires sweeping through Los Angeles. "I have never seen anything near the amount of devastation the recent fires have brought in my 20 years living in Los Angeles," he wrote, offering a heartfelt glimpse into the overwhelming scale of the crisis. Gad's words resonated strongly with his followers, many of whom had also been affected by the fires. He shared his heartbreak over the numerous friends who had lost their homes and expressed his gratitude for the brave firefighters and emergency personnel putting their lives at risk. "So many firefighters are putting their lives on the line right now along with emergency services," he noted, acknowledging the relentless and unpredictable nature of the fires. "Every time they suppress one fire, another one pops up." The actor's post served as both a reflection on the scale of the disaster and a tribute to the heroic efforts of those on the front lines. Fans flooded his post with support, not only for Gad, but also for the first responders, showing their own resilience and offering solidarity in the face of unimaginable loss. Gad's emotional plea was a powerful reminder of the importance of community, courage, and compassion during times of crisis. McElhenney's gratitude amid chaos. Actor Rob McElhenney, best known for his role in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, shared a heartfelt update with his fans on Wednesday after the recent wildfires devastated Los Angeles. In his post, McElhenney reassured his followers that he and his family, wife Caitlin Olsen, and their 2 sons, Axel and Leo, were safe. While he expressed relief for their safety, he also shared his heartbreak over the widespread destruction. "Our family is safe," he wrote on X, formerly Twitter. "So many homes, whole neighborhoods are just gone. Everyone in our lives is reaching out, which makes our hearts so full." McElhenney's message captured the profound mix of gratitude for their own safety and sorrow for the countless families affected by the fires. In addition to his personal update, McElhenney took a moment to honor the brave first responders working tirelessly to protect others. An astonishing amount of bravery displayed by the first responders going into hell to help. "Thank you," he wrote, emphasizing the courage and selflessness of those risking their lives on the front lines. Fans flooded his post with messages of solidarity, echoing his appreciation for the firefighters and emergency teams working tirelessly to combat the crisis. McElhenney's words underscored the importance of community support and the resilience of those enduring such a devastating tragedy. Diane Warren's heartfelt loss amid wildfires. Legendary songwriter Diane Warren, renowned for crafting some of music's most timeless ballads, shared the heartbreaking news on Tuesday night that her beloved beach house of nearly 30 years was destroyed in the wildfires. In an emotional post on Instagram, Warren shared a poignant photo of Leah's Rock, a cherished spot by the beach near her home that had become symbolic of the peace and joy she found in her sanctuary. "This is the last pic I took of Leah's rock from my beach house," she wrote. "I've had this house for almost 30 years. It looks like it was lost in the fire last night. There's a rainbow shining on it, which I'm taking as a sign of hope for all creatures who have been affected by this tragedy." Despite the profound loss of her home, Warren found some solace knowing that the animals at her nearby rescue ranch were safe. "The animals in the rescue ranch are okay, though, which is the most important thing," she shared, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the devastation. Her resilience, hope, and compassion in the face of tragedy resonated deeply with her fans, who flooded her post with messages of support. Warren's ability to find strength and grace in such difficult circumstances reflected her unwavering connection to her community and the natural world, inspiring others to stay hopeful despite the chaos surrounding them. Jennifer Grey's family loss. Jennifer Grey, best known for her iconic role in Dirty Dancing, has experienced a heartbreaking loss as her home was destroyed in the recent wildfires. On Wednesday, her daughter, Stella Gregg, shared the devastating news through Instagram stories. "Last night, my mama's house was burnt to the ground. Luckily, she and Winnie are safe. Give your loved ones an extra squeeze today." The loss of Grey's home represents a personal tragedy within the broader devastation affecting thousands of families across the region. Despite the overwhelming grief, the safety of her and her beloved dog Winnie offers a small measure of comfort. Fans and friends of the actress have shown an outpouring of support, rallying behind her and offering words of encouragement during this difficult time. Stella's poignant message served as a powerful reminder of the fleeting nature of life and the importance of cherishing those closest to us. Through this tragedy, Grey's resilience and the love of her community shine through, underscoring her lasting impact both on and off the screen. Anna Faris's fire tragedy. A representative for Anna Faris confirmed on Wednesday that the Scary Movie star's home was tragically destroyed in the recent wildfires. In a statement, the representative reassured fans that Faris and her family are safe, providing some relief amid the crisis. "Anna and her family are safe and very grateful," the representative shared, reflecting the sense of gratitude despite the devastating circumstances. Faris, who shares a 12-year-old son, Jack, with ex-husband Chris Pratt, is focusing on the well-being of her loved ones as she navigates the emotional toll of losing her home. As news of the fire spread, support from fans flooded in, expressing both relief for Faris's safety and sympathy for the destruction of her residence. Her situation underscores the widespread impact of the wildfires, which have left thousands of families displaced and devastated. Faris's story is a sobering reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of community support during times of crisis. Melissa Rivers' heartbreaking loss amid wildfires. Melissa Rivers, daughter of the legendary Joan Rivers, shared devastating news during a heartfelt call to CNN on Wednesday, revealing that her home in Pacific Palisades was destroyed by the recent wildfires. In an emotional conversation, Melissa expressed the overwhelming pain of the loss, saying, "My heart is so broken, not just for myself, but for everybody going through this. It's a town, and it's wiped off the map." The loss was particularly poignant for Melissa, as her home held deep emotional and historical significance. "It's the end of everything that belonged to my family and the history of it," she shared, underscoring the irreplaceable memories and connections tied to the house. In the midst of the chaos and fear, Melissa was able to grab a few treasured items before evacuating. Among them were her late mother's Emmy, a photo of her father, Edgar Rosenberg, and a drawing of Melissa and her son by Joan Rivers. "I went for a drawing of hers rather than a photo," Melissa explained. "I know I can find the photos, but a drawing I can't replace." Melissa's heart-wrenching story serves as a powerful reminder of the personal and historical losses that come with such disasters. These wildfires not only ravage homes, but also erase legacies that can never be replaced. Chrissy Teigen's wildfire adventure, model and social media sensation. Chrissy Teigen took a terrifying wildfire evacuation and turned it into a whirlwind of raw emotion and classic humor, fleeing her home with husband John Legend and their 4 children, Luna, 8, Miles, 6, Esty, 23 months, and Ren, 18 months. Chrissy documented the chaotic escape, giving her fans an intimate look at the high-stakes situation. "I'm very scared now packing," she wrote alongside a selfie of herself, a suitcase, and a very real expression of worry. But the dramatic evacuation wasn't just a family affair. It also included their 4 dogs and a bearded dragon. Once safely holed up in a hotel, Chrissy couldn't resist sharing a video of the family in their new temporary home. In typical Chrissy fashion, she captioned it with her signature humor: 4 dogs, 4 kids, and a bearded dragon walk into a hotel. Her posts flooded social media, with fans expressing gratitude for her ability to blend genuine fear with lighthearted resilience. Chrissy's ability to bring humor to even the most stressful situations only deepened her connection with fans, proving once again that she's not just a model, but a master of turning the toughest moments into unforgettable adventures. Jeff Bridges' Malibu heartbreak. Hollywood legend Jeff Bridges, 75, has been struck by a devastating loss with the destruction of his beloved Malibu home in the recent wildfires. The beautiful 4-bedroom property overlooking the Pacific Ocean wasn't just a house. It was a cornerstone of Bridges' family history. Passed down through generations, the home carried decades of memories shared with his brother Beau Bridges and sister Lucinda. This wasn't just walls and a roof. It was our family's soul, Jeff might reflect, as he and his loved ones grapple with the loss of a place that symbolized their deep bond. The Malibu retreat was more than a property. It was a sanctuary filled with laughter, love, and memories that can never be replaced. While the emotional toll of the destruction is immeasurable, there is a small sense of relief in knowing that Jeff and his family are safe. For a man who has spent a lifetime telling stories on screen, this chapter in his own life serves as a heartbreaking reminder of life's fragility. Yet, it is also a testament to the unbreakable strength of family and the resilience needed to weather even the harshest of storms. Candy Spelling's Malibu tragedy. Candy Spelling, 79, matriarch of the Spelling family and mother to actress Tori Spelling, is grappling with an immense loss after her breathtaking Malibu estate on Pacific Coast Highway was destroyed in the recent wildfires. The lavish home, a symbol of her family's legacy, was reduced to ashes in a matter of hours, leaving Candy heartbroken. Speaking to TMZ, Candy expressed her shock and sadness over the tragedy. "I'm in shock, processing this massive loss for our family. I am beyond grateful for the memories. It was truly a wonderful gift to have." Originally listed for $24 million last year, the estate wasn't just a real estate investment. It was a personal sanctuary filled with family milestones and cherished memories. The decision to hold on to the property, despite its significant value, spoke to its deep sentimental worth, making the loss even more painful for Candy. As she mourns the destruction of a home that represented decades of joy, family history, and legacy, her experience underscores the broader devastation caused by these wildfires. It's not just homes that are lost, but tangible pieces of a family's story and heritage. Jhené Aiko's heartbreaking loss. Singer Jhené Aiko, 36, is grappling with the immense loss of her beloved home, which was tragically destroyed in the recent wildfires. The devastating news was shared by her daughter, Namiko Love Browner, in a heartfelt Instagram story. "Last night, my mama's house was burnt to the ground. Luckily, she and our family are safe. Give your loved ones an extra squeeze today. The house wasn't just a building. It was a sanctuary filled with love, laughter, and cherished memories that defined Janae's family. The loss of this irreplaceable space is overwhelming, yet Janae's resolve to rebuild is a testament to her strength. She's determined to rise from the ashes and create a new chapter for her family and their pets, focusing on healing amidst the devastation. As Janae embarks on this challenging journey, fans and friends have rallied around her, flooding her with messages of support and admiration for her resilience. Her journey is one of courage, love, and hope, proving that even in the face of unimaginable heartbreak, the human spirit can find a way to heal and rebuild. Tina Knowles' Sacred Haven lost. Tina Knowles, celebrated designer and matriarch of the Knowles family, has suffered an unimaginable loss as her cherished Malibu bungalow was consumed by the devastating wildfires. Once a tranquil retreat perched above the ocean, the bungalow was more than just a house. It was Tina's sanctuary, a sacred space where she found peace, inspiration, and a connection to nature. In a deeply emotional post, Tina shared a bittersweet video of dolphins swimming in the ocean, a sight that had once brought her comfort. "This is what I was looking at on my birthday this past weekend from my tiny little bungalow on the water in Malibu. It was my favorite place, my sanctuary, my sacred happy place. Now it is gone," she wrote, capturing the profound sense of loss she feels. Despite the devastation, Tina has extended her compassion to others affected by the fires, praising the bravery of the firefighters who risked their lives to battle the inferno. Her resilience and grace in the face of such heartbreaking loss have inspired countless followers who continue to support her during this difficult time. Tina's words serve as a poignant reminder of how fragile life's most cherished treasures are, and how important it is to appreciate and protect them while we can. Eric Bradens' heartbreaking farewell. Eric Braden, renowned for his iconic role on The Young and the Restless, gave fans an emotional glimpse into the harrowing moments before losing his cherished Los Angeles home to the recent wildfires. On January 8th death, Braden shared a series of videos capturing the encroaching flames from his backyard, one of which he captioned with the simple, gut-wrenching word, "Goodbye." The footage revealed the devastating reality of the blaze as the actor stood in disbelief, watching his sanctuary, his home, succumb to the inferno. For Braden, who has spent decades building memories in the space, the loss is both personal and profound. Yet amid the destruction, he expressed gratitude that he and his family were able to evacuate safely. The destruction of his home, a place filled with decades of memories, is a significant blow. Fans have flooded Braden's posts with an outpouring of support, expressing admiration for his resilience and grace in sharing such a deeply personal tragedy. His courage in the face of such loss has only deepened the respect and admiration his followers have for him, serving as a testament to his enduring strength and spirit. Miles and Khloe Teller's devastating loss. Khloe Teller, 32, shared heartbreaking news with her followers on Instagram Thursday, confirming that she and her husband, actor Miles Teller, tragically lost their home to the recent wildfires. Alongside haunting photos of the destruction, Khloe expressed both grief and gratitude in a heartfelt message. "To everyone reaching out, I can't thank you enough. Your kind hearts have meant the world. I'll never forget them." The emotional post conveyed the weight of the situation as Khloe reflected on the chaos of the evacuation. "I wish I grabbed my wedding dress. Wish I did a lot different. But it doesn't matter. Stay safe. Get out," she urged, offering advice to others in the Los Angeles area to evacuate while they still could. Amid the heartbreak, Khloe found solace in acknowledging the bravery of the first responders who risked their lives to fight the fires. There are no words. Thank you to the first responders fighting, she wrote, highlighting the courage of those working tirelessly to protect others. In the wake of such a profound loss, fans and friends have rallied around the couple, offering love and support as they begin the difficult journey of rebuilding their lives. Khloe and Miles' story is a testament to resilience, compassion, and the strength of community in times of crisis. Bozoma St. John's unimaginable loss. Renowned business executive and cultural icon Bozoma St. John, 47, shared the heartbreaking news on Instagram Thursday that she and her daughter, Lael, tragically lost their cherished Malibu home to the devastating wildfires. In a deeply emotional post, Bozoma reflected on the significance of the home, which had been a symbol of her hard work and achievements. "This is the house I wanted, the house I prayed for, the house I worked in blood, sweat, and tears for. This was my I'm here house," she wrote. "It is gone. This is an unimaginable loss." Bozoma's heartbreak extended beyond her personal grief, as she expressed solidarity with the many others affected by the fires. "I grieve with the rest of Los Angeles as it burns," she shared, capturing the collective sorrow of a community devastated by the flames. "Even though I found the words to write here, there's nothing I could say in this moment to describe this feeling. In the face of this overwhelming loss, fans and friends have rallied around Bozoma and her daughter, offering support, love, and encouragement as they begin the arduous process of rebuilding their lives. Bozoma's resilience and courage serve as a powerful example of strength and perseverance in the face of unimaginable adversity. Jen Atkins' devastating loss. Celebrity hairstylist and OUAI hair care co-founder Jen Atkins, 44, shared heartbreaking news on Instagram Thursday, revealing that the home she shared with her husband, photographer Mike Rosenthal, was destroyed in the recent wildfires. Through Instagram stories, Atkins posted emotional snapshots of the charred remains of her home, reflecting the magnitude of the devastation. "My baby's bed, blankets, and stuffed animals are here," she captioned one of the photos. "Our neighbors are all taking care of one another and checking in, and that's the theme for 2025. Atkins' words not only conveyed the pain of losing her home, but also highlighted the sense of community and support that has emerged during this challenging time. Despite the immense loss, Atkins expressed both sadness and resilience, reassuring her followers, "We're going to be okay. We always push through." One detail, in particular, struck a deeply personal chord. "I'm just so sad I left my Grandma Atkins' church blazer with her tissues and Tic Tacs in the pocket. This small but cherished item represented a piece of her family's history that could never be replaced. Though her home and sentimental treasures are gone, Atkins' unwavering spirit remains intact. Fans and friends have flooded her with messages of love and support, inspired by her strength, resilience, and focus on community as she faces this unimaginable loss. Brad Paisley's heartfelt tribute to his lost home. Brad Paisley, along with his wife Kimberly Williams Paisley, may no longer live in the house they once called home. But the country music star took to social media to pay tribute to the beloved residents lost in the recent wildfires. In a deeply emotional post, Brad reflected on the significance of the home. "It was the first house Kim and I bought together. That beautiful old house burned last night, as did most of that community." He spoke of the heartbreaking impact on their former neighborhood, expressing how so many good people have been displaced and devastated by the destruction. Brad continued, "I would post a link to donate or raise awareness or something, but it all feels so much bigger than that. I don't know where to begin. I'm sure those of you reading this will find some way to help if you can, but mostly right now I just want to mourn the loss of a town and acknowledge the beauty and the memories of what it was." His tribute, full of sorrow and gratitude for the memories of what was, resonated deeply with fans. Brad's words capture the raw, collective grief of a community torn apart, highlighting the profound sadness of losing not just a home, but an entire neighborhood. Duff Goldman's narrow escape from wildfires. Celebrity chef Duff Goldman, best known for his work on Ace of Cakes, shared a tense and emotional update with his followers on Wednesday. As wildfires raged dangerously close to his home, Duff posted a powerful photo capturing the intensity of the flames. The chef, who lives with his family in Southern California, confirmed that they had safely evacuated, but the looming danger of the fires remained ever present. In his post, Duff expressed his relief that his family was unharmed, but he also acknowledged the devastation unfolding around them. The image of the wildfires illuminated the gravity of the situation, showing just how close the flames came to his home. Despite the overwhelming fear and uncertainty, Duff's message was one of gratitude for their safety. Duff also took the opportunity to urge his followers to stay safe, reminding them of the unpredictability of wildfires and the importance of acting swiftly when disaster strikes. While many families in the area are dealing with the loss of their homes, Duff's post was a sobering reminder of the risks faced by so many in fire-prone areas. His gratitude for his family's safety was evident, but the weight of the tragedy affecting so many others was also not lost on him. Yvonne Strahovski's wildfire update. Actress Yvonne Strahovski took to social media on Thursday to update her fans on her family's safety amid the ongoing wildfires in California. In a heartfelt post, Yvonne shared her gratitude for the support she had received from friends and followers. "To all who have checked in on us, thank you. We are safe, and I believe our place made it through again," she wrote, expressing cautious relief as she awaited confirmation on the condition of her home. Though still uncertain, Yvonne remained hopeful that her property had withstood the destructive fires. The situation, however, left her deeply moved by the widespread devastation. "I cannot believe the devastation. My heart goes out to all," she added, acknowledging the heartbreaking losses that so many others are enduring. Her fans rallied around her, offering words of comfort and strength as she expressed her empathy for those who have been displaced or lost everything. In a moment of uncertainty and fear, Yvonne's message of safety and solidarity resonated with many, reminding everyone of the importance of community during such challenging times. Elizabeth Chambers evacuates amid Palisades wildfires. Elizabeth Chambers, entrepreneur and media personality, shared a sobering update with her followers as wildfires spread through Southern California. In her Instagram stories, Elizabeth posted photos showing the destruction at Palisades High School, where the flames were quickly advancing. With the fires rapidly approaching, she urged her LA-based fans to gas up their cars and find shelter wherever they could. However, the gravity of the situation soon hit closer to home for Elizabeth. She revealed that she too had to evacuate, and in a show of resilience and support, she was now staying with her sister. "I'm safe. But this has been such a frightening experience," Elizabeth shared, expressing her concern for her community while offering a sense of solidarity to those facing similar challenges. Her story is one of caution and care, with Elizabeth taking to social media not only to update her followers, but also to encourage safety and awareness during the devastating wildfires. Her heartfelt message and the images she shared served as a reminder of the unpredictability of these disasters, as well as the importance of staying connected and supportive in times of crisis. Holland Taylor's close call and grateful escape. Actress Holland Taylor shared a powerful update on social media after narrowly escaping the recent wildfires that threatened her neighborhood. Posting a photo of the streets as she evacuated on Wednesday night, Holland reflected on how quickly the situation had changed. "My street as I evacuated last night." Had the winds been what they were a mere 12 hours before, we would have lost our entire canyonette. Her words carried a deep sense of gratitude, as she acknowledged how fortunate she was that her home was spared when the winds calmed down. Grateful beyond words, she wrote, expressing relief for her own safety but also heartbreak for the thousands of families who weren't as fortunate. Holland's post also reflected the emotional toll of the crisis, horrified by catastrophic, unimaginable loss of homes of several thousands of families. The devastating impact of the wildfires is felt by many, but Holland's words highlighted the fragile line between safety and destruction, offering a poignant reminder of the destructive power of nature and the resilience of the communities affected. Tom Hanks' estate, a Pacific Palisades miracle. Amid the raging wildfires that have devastated Los Angeles, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson's $26 million Pacific Palisades estate has become an unlikely survivor. While flames swept through the area, leveling neighboring homes and leaving a trail of ash and ruin, the iconic couple's property stands untouched, a near-miraculous escape from nature's fury. Aerial shots tell the dramatic story. A sprawling, pristine estate surrounded by the scorched remains of what was once a thriving neighborhood. The stark contrast has left many stunned, with some calling the Hanks home a symbol of hope in a time of profound loss. Even as their property remains intact, the Hanks family hasn't shied away from acknowledging the devastation around them. Their son, Chet Hanks, shared the emotional reality on social media, writing, "The neighborhood I grew up in is burning to the ground. Pray for the Palisades." His words echo the grief of a community grappling with widespread destruction. The resilience of the Hanks' estate offers a bittersweet glimmer of positivity, serving as a reminder of the strength needed to rebuild in the face of such overwhelming loss. Kardashian's wildfire advocacy. Kim Kardashian is turning her platform into a powerful tool for change, focusing on the devastating wildfires sweeping across Los Angeles. With a call to action that highlights a crucial yet overlooked issue, she's advocating for incarcerated firefighters, many of whom have been risking their lives on the front lines for years, earning just $1 per hour since 1984. In a passionate plea to California Governor Gavin Newsom, she pushed for a wage increase to $5 per hour, a modest but significant step in recognizing their life-threatening contributions. But Kardashian isn't just talking the talk, she's also walking the walk. Her brand, Skims, has been making a tangible impact on relief efforts. The company's generous donations to the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation aim to provide essential resources to first responders. Additionally, Skims has donated clothing, underwear, and socks to Baby2Baby, an organization that helps families displaced by the fires. Kardashian is fully committed to using her influence to bring attention to the ongoing crisis and help those who are suffering the most. Despite her best efforts, Kardashian has faced some backlash. Critics argue that promoting a Skims winter sale amidst the devastation feels tone-deaf. However, Kardashian has fired back, standing by her work and reaffirming her dedication to supporting those affected by the disaster. As the fires have claimed at least 16 lives and displaced over 150,000 residents, the need for support has never been clearer. Kardashian's involvement, controversial or not, reminds us all of the importance of collective action in times of crisis. Kanye West's role. During the 2018 California wildfires, Kanye West played a pivotal role during the devastating California wildfires of 2018, using his resources and influence to safeguard his community while raising awareness about disaster response. As the Woolsey fire approached his $60 million Hidden Hills mansion, West, and then wife Kim Kardashian, took proactive steps by hiring a private firefighting team to protect their property and neighboring homes. This decision not only saved their estate, but also helped prevent the fire from spreading further into the area. Beyond protecting his own interests, West sought to address wildfire prevention on a larger scale. Reports indicated that he brainstormed innovative solutions, such as flame-resistant home designs and advanced fire suppression technologies, reflecting his unique approach to tackling crises with creativity and forward thinking. West also used his platform to emphasize the urgent need for better disaster preparedness and mitigation strategies, pushing for broader changes to safeguard communities in the future. However, the decision to hire private firefighters drew criticism from some, who saw it as an example of privilege during a community-wide disaster. Despite the backlash, West's actions highlighted the critical need for preparedness, resourcefulness, and swift action in the face of natural disasters. If this video struck a chord with you, type 1 in the comments. Got feedback or something on your mind? Drop a 0. I'd love to hear what you think. Mileys Firefight. In 2018, Miley Cyrus found herself in the midst of California's devastating wildfires, with the Woolsey fire destroying her Malibu home, a place she shared with then-fiancé Liam Hemsworth. Despite the personal loss, Miley's focus quickly shifted from grief to action. Instead of dwelling on the destruction, she set out to help those affected by the disaster. Through her Happy Hippie Foundation, Miley donated significant funds to relief organizations, including the Malibu Foundation and the California Community Foundation's Wildfire Relief Fund. She made it clear that rebuilding wasn't just about restoring homes, but about healing communities. Her advocacy went beyond financial support as she raised her voice to address climate change, emphasizing the need for urgent action to prevent future catastrophes. Miley's resilience was also evident in her messages of gratitude for the safety of her family and for the heroic efforts of first responders. She encouraged her followers to stand with those on the front lines. Her ability to channel personal loss into a catalyst for positive change inspired many, making her a beacon of hope during one of the worst wildfire seasons California had ever seen. Butler's blaze response. Gerard Butler's life took an unexpected turn during the 2018 Woolsey fire, as his Malibu hillside home was completely destroyed in the blaze. The Scottish actor shared a haunting image of his charred property, a powerful visual of the wildfire's destruction. Despite the personal loss, Butler's reaction wasn't one of despair. Instead, he expressed deep gratitude to the firefighters who fought tirelessly to contain the flames. Butler didn't just stop at gratitude. He turned his loss into action. The actor made generous donations to relief efforts, including funds for the Malibu Foundation and the California Fire Foundation, aimed at supporting both displaced residents and the courageous first responders. Using his vast platform, Butler encouraged his followers to contribute to the recovery and called for stronger environmental policies to tackle the escalating threat of wildfires. Throughout it all, Butler remained optimistic, often emphasizing the resilience and strength of the Malibu community. His willingness to use his fame to drive awareness and support during such a devastating time left a lasting impact, highlighting the power of unity and collective action in the face of tragedy. Thicke's resilient response. During the 2018 Woolsey fire, Robin Thicke faced a heartbreaking loss as the blaze destroyed the Malibu home he shared with fiancée April Lovegeary and their young child. Thicke took to social media, sharing images of the aftermath and expressing his relief that his family had safely evacuated before the fire took their property. In the aftermath of the devastation, Thicke didn't just focus on his own loss, he threw himself into recovery efforts. Partnering with local organizations like the Malibu Foundation, he worked to support families who had lost everything in the fire. He also used his platform to highlight the bravery of the first responders, encouraging his followers to contribute to wildfire relief funds and emphasize the importance of rebuilding not only homes, but the resilient community of Malibu. Despite the emotional toll of losing his home, Thicke maintained a positive outlook, regularly sharing updates on the rebuilding process. His messages focused on the power of family and the strength of the human spirit, reminding his followers that even in the face of immense loss, there's always hope and the possibility of recovery. Gagas Firefight. Lady Gaga emerged as a powerful advocate during the 2018 Woolsey fire, which ravaged large parts of Southern California. Forced to evacuate her Malibu home as flames advanced, Gaga shared her experience on social media, offering updates and words of encouragement to those affected. Though her home was spared from destruction, she used her platform to spotlight the devastation and emphasize the urgent need for support. In true Gaga fashion, she didn't stop at words. The pop icon visited evacuation shelters, where she handed out gift cards, posed for photos, and shared heartfelt moments with displaced families. Gaga's efforts extended to donating to fire relief organizations and using her celebrity influence to encourage fans to contribute to the recovery efforts. Her advocacy also included a call for better preparedness and stronger action against climate change, which she linked to the increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires. Gaga's empathetic approach and direct involvement resonated deeply with many, showcasing her commitment to using her fame for a greater cause. The Woolsey fire, which burned nearly 100,000 acres and left countless families displaced, served as a reminder of the power of unity in the face of catastrophe. For Gaga, it was an opportunity to remind the world of the strength found in compassion and collective action. Bloom's Blaze response. Orlando Bloom was among the many celebrities impacted by the 2018 Woolsey fire, which swept through Malibu and other parts of Southern California. The actor's home was directly in the fire's path, forcing him to evacuate and await updates on the fate of his property. While his house ultimately survived, Bloom shared harrowing images of the encroaching flames on social media, offering his followers a sobering glimpse into the wildfire's intensity and ferocity. Bloom didn't stop at raising awareness about his personal experience. He took an active role in supporting relief efforts. He collaborated with organizations like the Malibu Foundation and the California Community Foundation's Wildfire Relief Fund to assist those who had lost their homes and livelihoods. Additionally, he emphasized the importance of preparedness and expressed deep gratitude to the firefighters who risked their lives to protect residents and properties. The Woolsey fire, which destroyed over 1,600 structures and displaced hundreds of thousands, left a lasting impression on Bloom. He spoke openly about the emotional toll of witnessing such widespread devastation and the profound impact it had on the community. Bloom's actions during and after the crisis reflected his commitment to both advocacy and recovery, using his platform to inspire positive change and raise awareness. Young's Firefight for Change. Neil Young was one of many high-profile figures who lost his home in the devastating 2018 Woolsey fire. The legendary musician's Malibu property was reduced to ashes, marking the second time he had lost a home to California wildfires. Known for his environmental activism, Young wasted no time in turning his personal loss into a broader call for action, condemning the lack of urgency in addressing climate change, which he identified as a key driver behind the increasingly destructive fire seasons. Young used his platform to speak out passionately, criticizing government inaction and advocating for stronger measures to combat the climate crisis. He also supported organizations focused on wildfire relief and resilience, urging his fans to contribute to rebuilding efforts for affected families. His outspoken advocacy became a rallying cry for greater accountability and immediate environmental reform, highlighting the direct connection between policy and the growing frequency of natural disasters. Despite the destruction of his home, Young remained committed to raising awareness and sparking change. His actions and words during and after the Woolsey fire underscored his deep connection to the land and his unwavering determination to protect it. His call for action echoed the sentiments of many Californians who are grappling with the realities of an increasingly volatile environment. I'm feeling great today, and I hope this video brings you the same positivity and reflection on the resilience shown by those affected by the 2018 wildfires. Shannon Doherty's resilience. Shannon Doherty faced a deeply personal and emotional battle during the 2018 Woolsey fire, which came dangerously close to her Malibu home. While her property was spared from destruction, the Beverly Hills 90210 star described the harrowing experience of evacuation and the uncertainty of waiting to see if her home would survive. Doherty openly shared her journey on social media, expressing profound gratitude to the firefighters who worked tirelessly to protect her community. Known for her resilience, Doherty used her platform to advocate for those who lost everything in the fire. She supported organizations helping displaced families and first responders, urging her followers to donate and contribute to relief efforts. Her posts often highlighted the emotional toll of such disasters, emphasizing the importance of unity and compassion in the face of widespread devastation. Doherty's experience with the Woolsey fire, combined with her ongoing health challenges, served as a powerful reminder of her strength and determination. Her voice during the crisis resonated deeply with her followers, shedding light on the human cost of natural disasters while inspiring others to come together and rebuild in the aftermath. Grammer's strength in tragedy. Camille Grammer, star of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, experienced profound loss during the 2018 Woolsey fire when her Malibu home was completely destroyed. Grammer, who had recently tied the knot with her husband, David C. Meyer, shared heartbreaking images of the charred remains of her property on social media, expressing gratitude that her family and pets had safely evacuated before the fire consumed their home. Turning her personal tragedy into a call for action, Grammer used her platform to highlight the critical need for wildfire preparedness and support for those affected. She worked closely with organizations providing relief to displaced families and first responders, while also emphasizing the importance of community resilience during recovery. Her transparency about the emotional toll of losing her home resonated with fans, bringing attention to the broader impact of the devastating fires. Despite the immense loss, Grammer focused on rebuilding, not just her home, but her life. The Woolsey fire, which destroyed over 1,600 structures and displaced hundreds of thousands, became a turning point for Grammer to advocate for climate awareness and emergency readiness. Her strength and determination to rise from the ashes showcased her unwavering resolve, inspiring others to take action and reflect on the need for stronger preparedness in the face of future disasters. Smith's crisis response. In 2018, Will Smith found himself on the front lines of the devastating Woolsey fire as the flames approached his Calabasas home. Sharing the unfolding crisis with his millions of followers on social media, Smith posted videos showing the ominous smoke clouds and flames visible from his backyard, giving a sobering view of the fire's terrifying scale. While his property was ultimately spared, his immediate focus was on the safety of his family, reflecting the emotional toll the fire took on everyone in its path. Staying true to his larger-than-life persona, Smith didn't just document the disaster, he took action. Using his platform, he raised awareness about the widespread devastation, urging his fans to support relief efforts for displaced families and first responders. He highlighted the bravery of the firefighters who worked tirelessly to protect lives and homes, emphasizing the need for collective action to rebuild the affected communities. Smith's response was a reminder of the power of celebrity influence when used for good, inspiring his followers to contribute to recovery efforts and make a difference in the face of tragedy. Pink's fire response. In 2018, Pink found herself in the thick of the Woolsey Fire's devastation as flames tore through Malibu, forcing her and her family to evacuate. Though her home narrowly escaped destruction, the pop icon shared updates with her fans, expressing immense gratitude for the safety of her loved ones and highlighting the heroic efforts of the firefighters who worked relentlessly to protect lives and properties. True to her generous nature, Pink channeled her energy into supporting relief efforts. She and her husband, Carey Hart, made significant donations to organizations aiding displaced families and first responders. Carey, known for his bold and hands-on approach, even organized a group of volunteers to help defend homes in the affected area, further showing their deep commitment to the community during the crisis. Throughout the aftermath, Pink's resilience and compassion were evident as she encouraged her followers to contribute to rebuilding efforts and emphasized the importance of preparedness for future disasters. Her advocacy during this difficult time not only highlighted her strength, but also inspired others to take action and show solidarity with those in need. Simon Cowell's action and advocacy amid the Woolsey Fire. Simon Cowell was directly affected by the 2018 Woolsey Fire, which brought flames perilously close to his Malibu home. Forced to evacuate along with his family, Cowell shared his experience with fans, expressing gratitude that his property was ultimately spared. Despite the scare, Cowell took to social media to praise the tireless efforts of firefighters and offer his support to those affected by the devastating fires. Not one to stay on the sidelines, Cowell immediately contributed to relief efforts, donating to organizations that provided aid to those who had lost their homes and supported first responders. He also encouraged his followers to get involved and give back to the community during such a challenging time. While the fire tested his own resilience, Cowell's response reflected his unwavering commitment to helping others in their time of need. His actions, coupled with his direct communication with fans, showed that even amid personal uncertainty, Cowell was determined to use his platform for good, proving that true leadership shines brightest during times of crisis. Iggy Azalea's compassion and advocacy amid the Woolsey Fire. Iggy Azalea was among the many individuals impacted by the 2018 Woolsey Fire as the blaze tore through the Malibu area, threatening homes and livelihoods. The rapper, who had recently settled in Malibu, was forced to evacuate as flames rapidly approached. While her home was fortunately spared, Azalea shared her experience on social media, expressing relief that she and her loved ones were safe, but also acknowledging the emotional toll of witnessing the destruction of her community. Beyond sharing her personal experience, Azalea used her platform to raise awareness about the fire's devastating impact. She encouraged her followers to donate to relief organizations and support those who had lost everything in the fires. Azalea also voiced her gratitude for the first responders, recognizing the heroic efforts of firefighters and emergency personnel who worked tirelessly to protect lives and property. Azalea's response to the Woolsey Fire highlighted her commitment to community and compassion. Despite the challenges faced during the crisis, she channeled her energy into helping others, showing her followers the importance of giving back during times of tragedy. We truly appreciate you sticking with us. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're still here and following along with this powerful story. Milano's advocacy amid crisis. Alyssa Milano was deeply affected by the 2018 Woolsey Fire, which ravaged large parts of California, including the Malibu area. The actress, known for her advocacy on various causes, was forced to evacuate her home as the fire approached. While her property was spared, Milano shared her experience on social media, expressing relief that her family and pets were safe, but also showing empathy for those who weren't as fortunate. Milano quickly became a vocal advocate for wildfire relief, using her platform to raise awareness and funds for those displaced by the fires. She encouraged her followers to contribute to organizations supporting affected communities, particularly those providing shelter and essential items for evacuees. Milano also spoke out about the role of climate change in exacerbating the severity of wildfires, urging for stronger environmental protections and policies to prevent future disasters. Her response to the Woolsey fire demonstrated her commitment to both community resilience and environmental advocacy. Milano's efforts to raise awareness and drive action were a powerful reminder of the importance of collective responsibility in addressing both immediate crises and long-term solutions. Khloe's community support. Khloe Kardashian was one of the many celebrities impacted by the 2018 Woolsey fire, which threatened her Malibu home. Forced to evacuate, Khloe shared her experience on social media, expressing gratitude that she and her family were safe, while also acknowledging the devastation faced by those who lost everything. Her transparency about the emotional toll of the crisis resonated deeply with her fans, as she encouraged them to support relief efforts and provide aid to those displaced by the fire. In addition to raising awareness, Khloe used her platform to spotlight the bravery of first responders and the critical importance of community solidarity during such disasters. She donated to organizations helping families affected by the fire and voiced her commitment to rebuilding her community. Khloe's efforts focused on bringing attention to the widespread damage and motivating people to contribute to recovery efforts, both financially and emotionally. Her advocacy during the crisis showcased her determination to use her influence for good, urging her followers to come together and support the recovery process. Khloe's actions reflected the resilience of her community and the shared strength required to overcome such devastating challenges. Caitlyn's advocacy after the fire. Caitlyn Jenner was among the many high-profile figures affected by the 2018 Woolsey fire, which ravaged parts of Malibu, California. Her home, situated in the fire's path, was completely destroyed, forcing her to evacuate with little warning. Jenner shared her experience on social media, expressing relief that she was safe, but also deeply saddened by the loss and devastation surrounding her. In the wake of the disaster, Caitlyn quickly became involved in relief efforts, using her platform to raise awareness and funds for wildfire victims. She supported organizations providing essential services to displaced families and first responders, calling for immediate help and emphasizing the urgency of climate change action. Her advocacy highlighted not only the need for financial support, but also the importance of emotional resilience during such a difficult time. Jenner's actions demonstrated her commitment to both immediate relief and long-term change, as she worked to bring attention to the broader issues of climate change and disaster preparedness. Her response to the crisis showcased the power of community and collective effort in the face of adversity. Courtney Kardashian's support and advocacy amid the Woolsey fire. Courtney Kardashian was directly impacted by the 2018 Woolsey fire, which brought devastating flames to the Malibu area. The fire forced her and her family to evacuate from their home, and while their property was fortunately spared, the experience left Courtney shaken. She shared her concerns on social media, offering gratitude for her family's safety while expressing deep empathy for the families who lost everything in the fire. In the aftermath, Courtney took immediate action, using her platform to raise awareness about the wildfire's impact and encouraging her followers to support relief efforts. She partnered with organizations that were providing aid to displaced families and first responders, urging her fans to donate and contribute to rebuilding efforts. Courtney also spoke out about the importance of community strength and collective action in times of crisis, emphasizing how vital it is for people to come together and support one another. Her response to the tragedy showcased her commitment to using her influence for good. Courtney focused on helping those affected by the disaster, spreading hope and resilience during a time of uncertainty, and reinforcing the need for compassion and unity. Dempsey's advocacy after the fire. Patrick Dempsey was deeply affected by the 2018 Woolsey fire, as his Malibu home was directly in the fire's path. Though his property was spared, Dempsey shared his experience on social media, expressing immense gratitude that his family was safe, while showing solidarity with those who were not as fortunate. He highlighted the emotional toll the fire had on the local community, as it forced families to evacuate and left many with significant losses. Dempsey quickly used his platform to encourage his followers to get involved in relief efforts. He collaborated with organizations offering aid to displaced families and first responders, urging for donations and spreading awareness about the ongoing recovery process. Through his advocacy, Dempsey emphasized the need for long-term support, not just for those directly affected by the fire, but for the rebuilding of entire communities in the aftermath. His involvement underscored the importance of community and collective action during times of crisis, with Dempsey using his influence to help those in need and highlight the ongoing need for resilience and recovery. Jessica Simpson's advocacy and support amid the Woolsey fire. In 2018, Jessica Simpson found herself directly impacted by the Woolsey fire as it threatened her Malibu home. Forced to evacuate with her family, Simpson shared her experience on social media, expressing gratitude that her property was spared, but also offering heartfelt empathy for those who weren't as fortunate. Her transparency about the emotional strain of the situation resonated with her fans. Simpson didn't wait long before jumping into action. She used her platform to raise awareness about the fire's devastating impact and encouraged her followers to donate to organizations providing aid to displaced families and first responders. She also took time to express her appreciation for the firefighters who worked tirelessly to protect lives and homes during the chaos of the wildfire. Despite the personal challenges of the situation, Simpson's response highlighted her deep commitment to helping others. By focusing on community support and resilience, she not only advocated for immediate relief efforts, but also showcased her dedication to making a positive difference during a time of crisis. Sandra's Malibu struggle. Celebrity chef Sandra Lee, 58, took to Instagram on Tuesday to share an emotional update as wildfires crept dangerously close to her beloved Malibu home. Her heartfelt post reflected the deep connection she has to the house, describing it as a sanctuary that carried her through some of the darkest moments of her life. Sandra revealed the love, dedication, and countless hours she poured into creating her dream retreat. The property, nestled in Malibu's breathtaking coastal stretch, is more than just a luxurious residence. It's her personal escape. Purchased several years ago, the estate boasts stunning ocean views and premium amenities with a value in the multi-million-dollar range. In her post, Sandra's concern wasn't just for her home's monetary value, but its irreplaceable emotional significance. "This home has been my anchor," she shared. "To see it threatened breaks my heart." Her vulnerability resonated with fans, who flooded her comments with messages of support and well wishes. Mel's Malibu Heartbreak. Actor Mel Gibson, known for his iconic roles and directorial triumphs, recently suffered a personal loss when his cherished Malibu home was destroyed in the recent wildfires. At the time, Gibson was in Austin, recording an episode for the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, unaware of the devastation unfolding back in California. The property, purchased in 2010 for $8 million, was much more than a luxurious coastal estate. It was a treasured family retreat filled with memories. Nestled along Malibu's stunning coastline, the home reflected Gibson's love for serene, natural beauty. It served as a haven for him and his family for over a decade. Speaking on Elizabeth Vargas Reports on January 9th, Gibson opened up about his heartbreak. "Obviously, it's kind of devastating," he shared, his voice heavy with emotion. "It's emotional. You lived there for a long time and you had all your stuff." Fans and supporters quickly rallied around the star, expressing their sympathy for the irreplaceable loss of both his home and the memories it held. Cameron Matheson's heartbreaking loss. Actor Cameron Matheson, 55, tragically lost his family home to wildfires on January 8, 2025. In an emotional Instagram post, Matheson shared the devastating aftermath, writing, "We are safe, but this is what's left of our beautiful home, our home where our kids were raised and where they dreamed of raising their families someday." The house, filled with years of cherished memories, was a cornerstone for Matheson, his estranged wife, Vanessa Maria Ravello, and their two children, 21-year-old Lucas and 18-year-old Lila. It wasn't just a physical space, it was a place where dreams were nurtured and family bonds were formed. The loss has left an indelible mark on the Matheson family as they come to terms with the destruction. Support from fans and friends has poured in, with messages of encouragement and empathy for the beloved actor. Matheson, known for his resilience, remains focused on what truly matters, the safety of his loved ones, as they begin the daunting process of rebuilding both their home and their lives. Guttenberg's wildfire heroics. Actor Steve Guttenberg, beloved for his role in Police Academy, proved he's a hero off-screen during the recent Los Angeles wildfires. The inferno forced over 30,000 residents to flee their homes, prompting mass evacuations across the city. Guttenberg, whose own family was affected, didn't just stand by. He jumped into action. In an interview with KTLA on Tuesday, Guttenberg detailed his efforts to support firefighters on the front lines. His task? Moving abandoned cars off the streets to ensure emergency vehicles had clear access to the affected areas. His quick thinking and hands-on involvement were a testament to his commitment to helping his community during a time of crisis. The actor's actions have drawn admiration from fans and locals alike, with many praising his willingness to step up and assist during such a devastating event. For Guttenberg, it wasn't about the recognition. It was about doing what was necessary to make a difference. Woods' wildfire ordeal. James Woods, celebrated for his role in Casino, faced a harrowing evacuation as wildfires ravaged his Los Angeles neighborhood. Sharing his experience on X, formerly Twitter, on Tuesday, Woods gave followers an up-close look at the unfolding disaster. One haunting image captured thick smoke and towering flames stretching skyward, captioned, "The view from one of our security cameras." In a subsequent video titled "Leaving," Woods documented the urgency of his family's escape, showing the chaos and gravity of the situation. Later, he shared a heartfelt post thanking supporters. "To all the wonderful people who've reached out to us, thank you for being so concerned. Just letting you know that we were able to evacuate successfully." Despite his relief at getting out safely, Woods revealed the tragic reality for his community. "I do not know at this moment if our home is still standing," he wrote, adding, "but sadly, houses on our little street are not." His words captured the devastating toll of the wildfires, offering a sobering glimpse into the destruction left in their wake. Eugene Levy's close call with the LA wildfires. As the wildfires ravaged Los Angeles, actor Eugene Levy, 78, found himself thrust into a terrifying reality that displaced thousands of families. The Schitt's Creek star was forced to evacuate his Tescal Canyon home on Tuesday as the fires approached, turning his once peaceful neighborhood into a danger zone. Speaking to the Los Angeles Times, Levy described the unsettling scene that unfolded outside his home. The smoke looked pretty black and intense over Tescal Canyon, he recalled. I couldn't see any flames, but the smoke was very dark. The thick clouds of ash and soot painted a grim picture, signaling just how close the fires were to his home. For Levy, a place that had been a sanctuary for years was now at the mercy of the flames, with little time for anything other than ensuring his family's safety. Despite the unsettling reality of the situation, the Levy family managed to evacuate without harm. While the fate of his property remains uncertain, Levy expressed relief for his family's well-being while acknowledging the heartbreak his neighbors were enduring. Tescal Canyon, like so many parts of Los Angeles, has been scarred by these devastating wildfires, with entire communities now facing the daunting task of rebuilding from the ashes. Despite the fear, Levy's story highlights the resilience of families navigating such unpredictable and destructive forces. Mandy Moore's heartbreaking evacuation. Singer and actress Mandy Moore, 40, found herself among the countless Los Angeles residents forced to flee their homes as the wildfires swept through the city. On January 8th, Mandy, her husband Taylor Goldsmith, and their 3 young children, Gus, 3, Ozzy, 2, and baby Lou, just 4 months, along with their pets, evacuated their newly renovated Spanish Revival home. The house, a labor of love, symbolized the family's journey, but as the fires drew near, they had no choice but to leave it behind. Taking to Instagram stories, Mandy opened up about the emotional toll the evacuation had taken on her. Grateful for the kindness of friends that we had a place to land last night, she shared, but her words also revealed a mother's deep anxiety. Trying to shield the kids from the immense sadness and worry I feel, she wrote, reflecting the delicate balance of protecting her children while confronting the heartbreak of losing their home. The family's home, located in one of Los Angeles's most picturesque areas, wasn't just a place to live. It was a sanctuary, filled with the love and effort they had poured into making it their own. Now, as with so many others, Mandy and her family find themselves facing an uncertain future as they wait to learn the fate of their home. Praying for everyone in our beautiful city, she added, mourning the widespread destruction and loss the fires have caused. If her words moved you, leave a 1 in the comments to show your support for those affected. Emily Proctor's heartbreaking loss and resilience. Actress Emily Proctor, best known for her role in The West Wing, became one of the many who faced the unthinkable as the wildfires ravaged Los Angeles. In a poignant interview with CNN's Jake Tapper, Proctor shared that her home was destroyed by the flames. Selfishly, I wanted to be here to say we loved our neighborhood, and we still do, she said, her voice heavy with emotion. It was an incredible community. The moment she learned that her home was gone felt surreal, as the devastating news came from a stranger. Despite the heartbreak, Proctor's resilience shone through as she expressed deep gratitude for the heroes who stepped in during the chaos. It was incredible on our way out to see the people going in to help, she said, highlighting the courage of first responders who risked their lives to save what they could. Proctor's connection to her neighborhood ran deep. She fondly recalled memories of Fire Station 69, where firefighters organized bake sales and toy drives to strengthen the bonds of the community. The sense of community was so strong, she remembered, reflecting on the love and unity that had once defined the area. Though her home is now gone, Proctor's story serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring strength of community, resilience, and love. Even in the face of unimaginable loss, these ties remain unbroken, and the spirit of solidarity shines brighter than ever. Paris Hilton's heartbreaking loss. Paris Hilton, the iconic socialite and entrepreneur, is among those devastated by the recent wildfires that tore through Los Angeles. On January 8th, Hilton took to Instagram to share her emotional heartbreak, recounting the gut-wrenching moment she and her family watched their Malibu home burn to the ground live on television. "This home was where we built so many precious memories," Hilton wrote, her emotions raw and unfiltered. The Malibu estate wasn't just a luxurious property. It was the center of her family's life, a place where Hilton's son, Phoenix, took his first steps, and where she and her husband, Carter Ruum, dreamed of raising their daughter, London. The loss of such a cherished haven has left a hole that goes beyond the material. It's the erasure of countless milestones, joyful moments, and hopes for the future. The destruction of her home represents more than just the loss of bricks and mortar. It's a painful reminder of the fleeting nature of life and how quickly everything can be swept away in the face of nature's unpredictable wrath. Hilton's story is one of resilience, a testament to the strength required to rebuild not just a house, but a sense of normalcy and hope after such devastation. It's a familiar tale for many who have faced the relentless path of these wildfires, and Hilton's journey resonates deeply with anyone affected by the fire's destructive force. Julianne Howe's harrowing wildfire escape. Actress Julianne Howe faced a terrifying ordeal on Wednesday night as a wildfire erupted in the Hollywood Hills, forcing her to evacuate her home. Taking to Instagram stories, Ho shared the alarming reality with her followers, her voice trembling with urgency. "Okay, so there is a fire right by my house." As the flames crept dangerously close, Ho didn't waste a moment. She acted quickly to warn others in the area, urging everyone to evacuate immediately to avoid being trapped in gridlocked traffic. Her timely alert served as a lifeline for her neighbors as the wildfire rapidly spread through the densely packed hills. The situation unfolded with little room for hesitation, highlighting the critical importance of swift action in such a dire crisis. In a follow-up video from her car, with her dog Sunny by her side, Hope reassured her followers that they were safe. "We're on the move," she said, visibly shaken but relieved to have escaped the danger. For Hope, the harrowing experience was a sobering reminder of how quickly disaster can strike, ripping away any sense of control or security. The wildfires left a deep impact on her, as the events of that night served as a stark wake-up call to the unpredictable forces of nature. Billy Crystal's heartbreaking loss. Actor Billy Crystal and his wife Janice are grappling with the profound loss of their Pacific Palisades home, which was reduced to ashes in the recent wildfires. For the couple, this home represented much more than just a place to live. It was their sanctuary since 1979, a haven where they raised their children and later welcomed grandchildren. Over 4 decades, the house became the heart of their family, filled with laughter, milestones, and an abundance of unforgettable memories. In an emotional statement released on Wednesday, Billy Crystal expressed the overwhelming grief his family is experiencing. "Words cannot describe the enormity of the devastation we are witnessing and experiencing," he said, his heartbreak palpable as he reflected on the irreplaceable role the home played in their lives. It wasn't just a structure, it was a cornerstone of their journey together, a space where love, joy, and cherished traditions were nurtured for decades. Billy's sorrow extended beyond his personal loss, acknowledging the broader community's heartbreak. "We ache for our friends and neighbors who have also lost their homes and businesses in this tragedy," he shared, expressing solidarity with all those affected. His words resonated with many, reminding everyone of the shared pain and collective resilience needed to recover from such a devastating disaster. Milo Ventimiglia's heartbreaking loss. Actor Milo Ventimiglia, known for his portrayal of Jack Pearson on This Is Us, is facing a heartbreaking real-life parallel to his on-screen character's tragic story. The recent wildfires that tore through Malibu have claimed Ventimiglia's home, reducing it to ashes. His pregnant wife, Yara Mariano, and their dog were fortunate enough to escape safely, but their cherished residence, once a haven filled with memories and dreams, was consumed by the flames. In a chilling twist of fate, Ventimiglia couldn't help but draw comparisons between his personal loss and that of his This Is Us character, who tragically dies from smoke inhalation after a house fire. Speaking to CBS News on January 9th, the actor reflected on the surreal nature of his grief. "You know, it's not lost on me, life imitating art," he said, his voice thick with emotion. Watching his home burn via security footage in real time, he described the experience as heavy, a mixture of disbelief, sorrow, and helplessness. For Ventimiglia and his family, the loss of their home represents much more than the destruction of a building. It was a sanctuary, a symbol of stability and love. The grief Ventimiglia feels extends beyond his own tragedy, as he expressed deep compassion for the broader community, many of whom have faced similar losses. Seeing their homes destroyed, it's heartbreaking, he shared, emphasizing the collective pain felt by those affected by the fires. Ricki Lake's heartbreaking loss amid wildfires. Actress Ricki Lake is mourning the loss of her beloved California dream home, which was tragically destroyed in the recent wildfires sweeping through the region. In an emotional post on Instagram, Lake shared a series of heart-wrenching photos of what was once her sanctuary, now reduced to smoldering ruins. "I can't believe I am typing these words," she wrote, her grief palpable. "After a valiant and brave effort by our friend and hero, Ross and I lost our dream home," referring to her husband, Ross Birmingham. For Ricki and Ross, the home was far more than just a house. It was their heaven on earth. It was the place where they had dreamed of spending their lives together, filled with love, laughter, and plans for the future. It was where they married in 2022, envisioning a lifetime of memories in the comfort of the beautiful space they had created together. That vision has now been shattered, leaving the couple grappling with an immeasurable loss. The devastation is deeply personal for Ricki, as the home represented not just their life together, but also the joy, hope, and future they had built. The fires have taken away a piece of her heart, echoing the profound losses faced by so many others who have been affected by the disaster. It's a call to remain hopeful and connected, finding strength through shared experiences even in the darkest of times. Jennifer Love, Hewitt's heartbreaking evacuation. Actress Jennifer Love Hewitt, 45, found herself among the countless families devastated by the recent wildfires sweeping through California. Forced to evacuate her home with her husband, Brian Hallisey, and their 3 children, Autumn 11, Atticus 9, and Aiden 3. Hewitt shared her heartbreak with her followers in an emotional Instagram update. "I have no words, only prayers and holding as much hope as I can for our home and our kids while we watch everything burn," she wrote, her anguish clear in the face of such overwhelming uncertainty. The emotional weight of the situation was palpable as she expressed gratitude for the first responders risking their lives to battle the flames. "Thank you to every first responder fighting so hard for all of us," she added. "Thank you to every friend who reached out and new person I have hugged in tears in the last 24 hours. For Hewitt, this experience served as a harrowing reminder of how quickly life can be turned upside down. As she prioritized her family's safety, the unknown fate of their home weighed heavily on her heart. Her words, filled with fear, gratitude, and resilience, resonate deeply with so many others facing similar losses, highlighting the raw emotions of navigating the unimaginable destruction caused by the fires. Whitney Cummings' wildfire evacuation. Comedian Whitney Cummings, 42, is grappling with the harrowing reality of the California wildfires as she and her family were forced to evacuate their home on Wednesday. Sharing the gravity of the situation with her followers on Instagram stories, Whitney explained the difficult choices residents are faced with. Sometimes evacuating too soon just clogs the roads and makes it harder for LAFD, she wrote. But this fire is moving so fast that it's not the time to take chances. With the flames advancing at an alarming rate, Whitney and her loved ones made the gut-wrenching decision to leave, prioritizing their safety above all else. This changes everything forever, she reflected, acknowledging the emotional toll of facing such a life-altering event. While Whitney and her family are safe for now, the rapid spread of the fire has left an indelible mark on their lives. Her candid updates serve as a stark reminder of how quickly these disasters can strip away the sense of security and normalcy families hold dear. Whitney's story underscores the resilience, caution, and difficult decisions required to navigate such unpredictable and devastating circumstances. Maria Shriver's heartbreaking reflection on wildfire devastation. At 69, Maria Shriver is facing the overwhelming devastation caused by the recent wildfires that have ravaged her neighborhood. Taking to Instagram to express her heartbreak, Shriver shared a poignant message that resonated deeply with her followers. Heartbreaking. Devastating beyond belief. Everything is gone. Our neighborhood, our restaurants, all our friends have lost everything. Her words capture the immense loss not only felt by her, but by an entire community that has been torn apart by the flames. Although Maria and her family managed to evacuate safely, the damage around them is immeasurable. Homes have been reduced to ash, treasured belongings are lost forever, and the once thriving community has been left in ruins. For Shriver, the grief is not only personal, but also extends to the displacement and suffering of friends and neighbors who are facing similar tragedies. The wildfires have left an indelible scar, dismantling lives and livelihoods in their path. Shriver's emotional plea highlights the collective grief and resilience of those impacted, serving as a testament to the strength and unity of a community rising from the ashes of overwhelming loss. Mark Hamill's close call amid wildfires. Star Wars legend Mark Hamill, 73, found himself in the midst of a real-life battle against nature when wildfires forced him to evacuate his Malibu home on Tuesday evening. In a gripping Instagram update, Hamill shared the terrifying details of his escape. 7 p.m. evacuated Malibu, so last minute there were small fires on both sides of the road as we approached PCH. The evacuation was a race against time. Hamill, his wife Marilu York, and their dog Trixie rushed to safety, making their way to their daughter Chelsea's home in Hollywood by 8:15 p.m. The journey was marked by flames lining the escape route, underscoring the unpredictable and ferocious nature of the wildfire. Describing the disaster as the most horrific fire since 93-6, Hamill urged his followers to prioritize safety as conditions worsened. His account of the chaos reflects the stark reality faced by thousands in Malibu and surrounding areas, where the line between safety and disaster can change in an instant. Mark Hamill's terrifying experience serves as a powerful reminder of the relentless danger posed by wildfires, but also the resilience of those who face them. His update is a testament to the strength of family and the importance of staying vigilant and safe in the face of nature's fury. Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt's heartbreaking loss. Reality TV stars Heidi Montag, 38, and Spencer Pratt, 41, are grappling with the devastating loss of their property in the recent wildfires that tore through California. The tragic news was shared by Spencer's sister, Stephanie Pratt, who took to Instagram on Tuesday to express her sorrow. "I am beyond heartbroken for my brother Heidi and the kids, and to all our friends and neighbors who have lost their houses today," she wrote, capturing the shared grief of a community left in ruins. Stephanie also revealed the heartbreaking efforts made by their father to save the house. "He tried to save my brother's house, but the wind was so strong there was nothing he could do," she shared, emphasizing the fire's terrifying power and the helplessness felt by so many in its wake. For Heidi and Spencer, the loss of their home goes far beyond material possessions. It's the collapse of a place where they built countless family memories, a sanctuary that now lies in ashes. As they process the unimaginable loss, their focus turns to rebuilding not just a home, but their lives in the aftermath of this tragedy. Heidi and Spencer's journey through this heartbreaking moment mirrors the experiences of so many others, reminding us all of the fragility of life and the importance of resilience in the face of disaster. Landon and Alabama Barker's heartbreaking evacuation. Landon Barker, 21, and Alabama Barker, 19, the children of drummer Travis Barker, found themselves in the midst of the chaos as wildfires swept through their Pacific Palisades neighborhood. On January 7th, the siblings shared their harrowing experience with their followers on Instagram, offering a glimpse into the terrifying reality they faced. Landon posted a somber selfie with a heartfelt message, "Just evacuated. Praying for everyone the fires have affected." Meanwhile, Alabama shared her own update, "Just evacuated from my home due to the wildfires in Los Angeles. Please be safe. They are saying the fires are spreading football field amounts in seconds." Their posts painted a stark picture of the fire's frightening speed and the sense of urgency that came with fleeing their home. While Landon and Alabama are safe, the loss of their home and belongings is a tragic blow. For them, the loss is not just physical, but deeply emotional. Our homes are often filled with memories, moments, and pieces of who we are. Their story mirrors the experiences of countless others who have had their lives disrupted by these relentless wildfires, leaving behind a void where once vibrant homes and memories stood. Jamie Lee Curtis's heartfelt support amid wildfires. Actress Jamie Lee Curtis, 66, shared her deep concern with her followers on January 7th as wildfires threatened her community and possibly her own home. In an emotional Instagram post, she wrote, "My community and possibly my home is on fire. My family is safe, but many of my friends will lose their homes, and many other communities as well." Despite the uncertainty surrounding her property, Curtis quickly shifted her focus to helping those most affected. In a heartfelt appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Curtis announced that she would be donating $1 million to wildfire relief efforts, aiming to provide immediate aid to families who have lost everything in the devastating fires. Her words and actions serve as a powerful reminder of the emotional and physical toll these disasters have on entire communities. Curtis's generous contribution underscores the importance of coming together in times of crisis, showing the profound impact of unity, compassion, and the willingness to help others in need. The stories of loss, resilience, and bravery emerging from these wildfires remind us of the strength within us all. Jamie Lee Curtis, with her incredible generosity and courage, is a beacon of hope in the face of such destruction, inspiring others to make a difference. Amid the raging wildfires in California, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have emerged as beacons of hope. The Hollywood icons, along with their 15-year-old son, Knox, were spotted rolling up their sleeves and diving into relief efforts. The family visited local stores to stock up on bottled water, blankets, non-perishable food, and other critical supplies for displaced victims. What made their contribution particularly striking was their hands-on approach. Noes, often seen assisting with the heavy lifting, brought a personal and heartfelt touch to an otherwise harrowing situation. Eyewitnesses described the family's quiet yet determined demeanor, noting their focus on ensuring each cart was packed with thoughtfully selected items. It wasn't a publicity stunt, shared a volunteer who worked alongside them. They came to help, and it showed in everything they did. Brad and Angelina's involvement reflects their long-standing history of philanthropy, but this moment felt especially intimate. Just a family trying to make a difference during a time of immense crisis. The California wildfires have wreaked havoc on communities, displacing thousands and claiming lives, with over 10,000 homes and structures left in ashes. Against this devastating backdrop, the sight of Brad, Angelina, and Noes working together to bring aid serves as a reminder that compassion transcends fame. Their actions, grounded in genuine care, echo the larger call for solidarity and support as Californians rebuild their lives from the ashes. Rory Sykes, a light extinguished too soon. Rory Callum Sykes, the Australian-born former child star and inspiration to millions, tragically lost his life on January 8th when wildfires ravaged his family's Malibu estate. Best known for his role in the 1998 British TV series Kitty Capers, the 32-year-old had overcome blindness and cerebral palsy to become a global symbol of resilience. His mother, Shelley Sykes, shared the devastating news on social media, calling him beautiful and wonderful. Born on July 29, 1992, Rory faced unimaginable challenges from birth but turned adversity into triumph. As co-founder of Happy Charity, a non-profit dedicated to bringing hope, happiness, and health to those in need, Rory's impact was far-reaching. His motivational speeches, delivered in partnership with the Tony Robbins Foundation and Cerebral Palsy Alliance, inspired audiences across the globe. Shelley fondly remembered his adventurous spirit, saying he loved traveling the world, from Africa to Antarctica despite his pain. The tragedy unfolded as flames consumed the family's 17-acre Mount Malibu TV studios estate. Shelley made desperate attempts to save her son, recalling his heartbreaking plea, "Mom, leave me." Injured and unable to move Rory, she was forced to escape, her anguish unimaginable. His words, "It's not what happens to you in life, it's what you do about it that counts," continue to inspire countless individuals. Australian authorities are providing support to the grieving family as they navigate this profound loss. Fire ravages Pacific Palisades. Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Brad Hall are among the celebrities who have lost their multi-million-dollar Pacific Palisades home in the devastating wildfires that tore through Los Angeles this week. Photos show the Veep star's 5-bedroom Mediterranean-style house, valued at $15 million, reduced to nothing but rubble. The couple, both Saturday Night Live alums, raised their sons, Henry and Charlie, there in the early 90s. While the family has kept quiet publicly, their sons took to Instagram to express gratitude to the firefighters who fought so hard to contain the flames. In a miraculous turn of events, the house next door and others across the street managed to survive the blaze. The Pacific Palisades fire, driven by fierce winds, has claimed thousands of structures, taken at least 10 lives, and triggered a state of emergency in Los Angeles County. With toxic air and poor visibility, schools and TV productions like Abbott Elementary and Grey's Anatomy have paused, and the Critics' Choice Awards have been rescheduled. "Our thoughts are with everyone affected," said CCA CEO Joey Berlin, as the region continues to reel from the devastation. Pete Lee laughs through the flames. Comedian Pete Lee found an unexpected way to cope with the loss of his Palisades home by laughing about it on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. While in New York preparing for his appearance, Lee watched in disbelief as his house was shown burning on live TV. The anchor said, "Some people are finding out their home is burning by watching this broadcast," and I was like, "Yeah, that's me. That's my house," he recalled. Despite the tragedy, Lee turned his heartbreak into humor. "I don't mean to be a bummer, but my house burned down yesterday," he quipped, as Fallon showed before and after photos of his oceanfront property. While the experience was overwhelming, Lee found some therapeutic relief in comedy. "I might cry, Jimmy, but I needed something to focus on," he said, before joking, "By the way, I'm not rich. My house burned down and I'm broke." Lee shared how he coped with the loss by posting tear-filled Instagram videos and diving into his craft. "When your house burns down, dry January is canceled," he joked. "I drank like Prohibition was starting tomorrow." He even poked fun at his charred home's aftermath, comparing it to the blaze orange logo of a Guy Fieri restaurant. For Lee, humor became his ultimate coping mechanism, showing that even in the ashes, laughter can still thrive. Barbara Corcoran's grief. Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran shared the heartbreaking news on Instagram that her Malibu home in the Tahitian Terrace mobile home park was destroyed in the devastating Palisades fire. "For the past 5 years, I have had the privilege of living in this close-knit, loving community," she wrote. "My heart breaks for the wonderful people, many seniors, who poured their life savings into these homes, who are now left with nothing." The 75-year-old real estate mogul confirmed that the entire park was wiped out, describing it as her little piece of paradise. In response to the tragedy, Corcoran has set up a GoFundMe page to support displaced residents, with the funds going toward essentials like food, clothing, and shelter. "My deepest gratitude to the brave first responders," she added, urging her followers to step in and help those in need. Corcoran was not alone in her grief. Mobile home parks in Malibu, which are popular among stars like Sarah Paulson and Matthew McConaughey, were hit hard. Paris Hilton watched her home burn live on TV, and Candy Spelling's Pacific Coast Highway estate of 50 years was also destroyed. The fires left a trail of devastation across the coastal community, affecting both everyday residents and high-profile figures alike. Harvey Guillen's heartbreak. What we do in the shadows. Star Harvey Guillen shared devastating footage of his home and neighborhood, reduced to rubble after the recent wildfires. In an emotional post, he wrote, "My sweet, beautiful little town that felt like another world is gone. My neighbors, your safety is all that matters." Guillen expressed his deep gratitude to his siblings and friends who stepped in to offer support. "We will rebuild one day at a time," he vowed, sharing clips that showcased the sheer devastation surrounding his community. Known for his warmth and humor, Guillen's heartfelt message underscored the resilience of his community, even in the face of overwhelming loss. His words serve as a powerful reminder of the strength found in unity during times of crisis. Melissa Clare, Egan's loss. The Young and the Restless. Star Melissa Clare Egan shared heartbreaking news on Instagram after wildfires destroyed the home she had purchased just 2 weeks prior. "We hadn't moved in yet, but it's gone," she wrote in her stories. "We are devastated, but thank God we're safe. That's all that matters." Egan, along with her husband Matt Katrosar and their 2 sons, Caden and Jake, expressed gratitude for their safety despite the overwhelming loss. "We're grateful to those who are helping us all get through it," she said, praising the bravery of first responders working tirelessly amid the devastation. The wildfires have left countless families across Los Angeles in ruin, including many in the entertainment world. Fellow soap star Cameron Matheson shared a similar story, showing the rubble where his family's home once stood. "This was our beautiful home," he said, sending prayers to everyone affected. Their stories highlight the widespread impact of the fires, as entire communities face unimaginable loss. Ari Emanuel and Sarah Staudinger's heartbreaking loss. Super agent Ari Emanuel and Staud founder Sarah Staudinger are among the many who have lost their homes in the devastating Pacific Palisades wildfires. Staudinger took to Instagram stories to share the heartbreaking news, posting a photo of a golden sunset from the yard during happier times. "Thank you for the magical memories, house. We will miss you," she wrote in all caps, reflecting on the cherished moments her family had spent there. The home, which Staudinger described as her childhood sanctuary, was reduced to rubble as flames tore through the neighborhood. In a series of emotional posts, she expressed gratitude to the house for being a place of safety and growth. "Thank you for keeping us safe for so long and watching us grow up. Thank you for being there until the very end." Another post showed a haunting video of the backyard engulfed in flames, a stark contrast to the peaceful image of the home she had shared earlier. Later, Staudinger posted a photo of herself holding artwork she managed to recover from the ashes. Alongside it, she expressed her gratitude to the firefighters and first responders, saying, "Thank you to those still out there tirelessly fighting for us." The fire, which began on January 7th, has burned nearly 20,000 acres and left hundreds of homes and businesses in ruins. For Staudinger, the loss is deeply personal, marking the end of an era for her beloved childhood home. Molly Baz's nightmare amid wildfires. Celebrity chef Molly Baz, 36, shared the heartbreaking news that her Los Angeles home was lost in the devastating Pacific Palisades wildfires. In an emotional newsletter, Baz recounted the nightmare experience of losing her home on January 7th, but expressed immense gratitude that her family, husband Ben Willett, 7-month-old son Gio, and dog Tuna, are all safe. Baz described the overwhelming emotions she's faced in the aftermath, alternating between gratitude for life's lessons and the heaviness of loss. On Instagram, she shared the final photo taken in her home, a poignant image of baby Gio eating by candlelight during a power outage. "The last photo I took before we lost it all," she captioned. "We'll recover someday. Thank you to the village." Despite the devastation, Baz remains determined to rebuild and return to her passion. "Cooking is my life's work. The fires didn't take that," she wrote, promising her followers more joy and deliciousness once she's back on her feet. For now, she's focusing on healing and finding purpose as she and her family navigate this challenging chapter. Baz joins the thousands of families affected by the wildfires, which have displaced over 80,000 residents and destroyed countless homes. Once describing her home as her favorite place, Baz now centers her attention on what truly matters: her family's safety and resilience. Leanne Ford's heartbreak amid Los Angeles wildfires. 3 weeks after receiving the keys to her new home in Rustic Canyon, former HGTV star Leanne Ford shared the devastating news that the house had been destroyed in the recent wildfires. Posting photos of the charred remains, the restored by the Ford's designer wrote, "3 weeks ago, we got the keys to our new LA place. 3 days ago, we lost it." The historic home, located in the fire-ravaged Pacific Palisades, was meant to be a creative retreat for Ford and her husband, Eric Allen Ford. "We brought over so many of our favorite things," she shared. "It was to be a place to write, to create." Despite the overwhelming loss, Ford expressed gratitude, noting that the house wasn't yet their full-time home. "This isn't the same tragedy others have faced," she said. "We are the lucky ones." Ford and her daughter, Ever, are safe in Pennsylvania, while Eric remains in LA. Overcome by the bravery of first responders, she wrote, "I'm in awe of the firemen and women who run into the flames while we run out. Thank you." Her post drew an outpouring of support from fellow HGTV stars, including Jasmine Roth, Jenny Mars, and Ty Pennington, who shared heartfelt messages of sympathy and solidarity. Harry Mack's devastating loss amid January wildfires. Freestyle rap sensation Harry Mack, adored by millions on TikTok and YouTube, shared the heartbreaking news that his Los Angeles home was destroyed in the fierce January 20th, 25 wildfires. The Eaton Fire, one of several catastrophic blazes fueled by strong Santa Ana winds, has obliterated over 6,000 structures across the city, leaving neighborhoods like Mack's in complete ruin. Taking to Instagram and X, Mack expressed his grief and gratitude amidst the chaos. "My wife and I lost our entire home and everything in it," he wrote. "Our whole block and most of our neighborhood is gone. It's so devastating. We're just one of so many families grieving in LA right now. My heart goes out to everyone affected. I'm so grateful we're safe, and we will get through this." Known for his jaw-dropping freestyle talent and massive online following, Mack is among the thousands of residents displaced by the fires. Other creators, including FaZe Clan streamers and Cash Nasty, have also been forced to evacuate or have lost everything. Despite the overwhelming destruction, Mack remains hopeful, echoing the resilience of his community as they begin to rebuild amidst the ashes. Brian Greenberg and Jamie Chung's heartbreaking loss amid wildfires. Actors Brian Greenberg and Jamie Chung are mourning the loss of their Los Angeles home, which was tragically destroyed in the recent wildfires. On Instagram, Greenberg shared a haunting photo of the ruins, captioned, "It was all a dream." Thankfully, the family is safe. Thank you to all the firefighters risking their lives. Stay safe out there. The couple, who welcomed twin boys in 2021, described their home as their forever home. Sharing a video of the devastation on Friday, they wrote, "Was supposed to be our forever home, but nothing lasts forever. Thankfully, our family is safe, but others haven't been as fortunate. Please donate if you can." Since Tuesday, wildfires have ravaged Los Angeles, including the Palisades fire, which remains largely uncontained. Thousands, including several celebrities, have lost their homes, and firefighters continue battling the relentless flames. Greenberg and Chung, married since 2015, have joined a growing list of public figures, using their platforms to raise awareness and support for those affected by the fires. John C. Reilly's home lost in wildfires. Actor John Christopher Reilly is among the many affected by the devastating wildfires ravaging Los Angeles, with reports confirming that his Altadena home has been reduced to ashes. The Step Brothers star, 59, purchased the 2,620 SQRFT property nestled in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains for $1.225 million in 2004. Reilly shared the home with his wife, Allison Dickey, and their 2 children. The couple, married since 1992, had made their Altadena house a peaceful retreat just north of Pasadena. Now, the home stands as rubble, a heartbreaking symbol of the widespread destruction caused by the ongoing fires. Reilly joins a growing list of celebrities, including other A-listers, who have lost their homes to the relentless wildfires tearing through the Pacific Palisades and Hollywood Hills. Fueled by intense winds and dry conditions, the fires continue to devastate the region, leaving countless families and communities in despair. Kobe Smulders and Taran Killam's home destroyed. How I Met Your Mother. Star Kobe Smulders and Saturday Night Live alum Taran Killam have tragically lost their Pacific Palisades home to the devastating wildfires ravaging Los Angeles. The couple, both 42, lived in the 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom property with their daughters, Shaylin, 15, and Janita, 10. Photos revealed flames engulfing the backyard as smoke surrounded the house, which was later reduced to ashes. Smulders and Killam purchased the home in 2017 and spent a year on a renovation, which Smulders detailed in Architectural Digest in 2018. Their loss adds to the growing number of celebrities affected, including Billy Crystal, Paris Hilton, Adam Brody, and Anna Faris, whose homes have also been destroyed. The Palisades fire, igniting on January 7th and fueled by severe winds and dry conditions, has become the most destructive in Los Angeles history. Over 27,000 acres have been scorched, with more than 1,100 structures lost and 130,000 residents evacuated. The full toll of this tragedy continues to unfold, leaving communities in mourning and facing the immense challenge of rebuilding. Anthony Hopkins' tragic loss amid wildfires. Sir Anthony Hopkins, the legendary Oscar-winning actor, has tragically lost his Pacific Palisades home to the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles. Known for sharing piano performances and Oscar preparations from his serene property, the 87-year-old actor posted a heartfelt message to his 5.4 million followers: "The only thing we take with us is the love we give." The home, purchased in 2021 for $6 million, was meant to be a fresh start after narrowly escaping the Woolsey fire in 2018 and selling his Malibu residence for $10.5 million. Photos of the charred remains show only a scorched fence standing, marking yet another chapter in Hopkins' history with fire-related losses, including the destruction of his London home in 2000. The fires, which have disrupted Hollywood's award season and displaced thousands, have claimed the homes of many in LA's elite. Hopkins, who recently celebrated 49 years of sobriety, now joins a growing list of victims grappling with this devastation. His poignant words of resilience and compassion have resonated with fans, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the ashes. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester's home lost. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester are among those devastated by the Pacific Palisades wildfire, which destroyed their family home, as confirmed by shocking photos. The couple, married for 10 years and parents to 2 young children, had lived in the $6.5 million, 6,000 square foot property since purchasing it in 2019. The luxurious home, featuring 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and 3 floors, has now been reduced to a charred, smoking wreck. The Nobody Wants This star, 45, and Gossip Girl alum, 38, were last seen publicly at the Golden Globes, just 2 days before the fire erupted. Images show flames tearing through the home, with the roof collapsed, shattered windows, and black smoke billowing out. The Palisades fire, fueled by intense winds and months of drought, has scorched over 30,000 acres, forcing more than 30,000 people to flee, many leaving with just their pets and essential belongings. Sunset Boulevard was littered with abandoned luxury cars as residents fled on foot. Entire stretches of multi-million-dollar homes along Pacific Coast Highway have been reduced to rubble. John Goodman's loss amid Los Angeles wildfires. John Goodman is among the Hollywood icons whose homes were destroyed in the devastating Los Angeles wildfires. His Pacific Palisades property, once a serene retreat, was reduced to rubble, as confirmed by heartbreaking photos. Goodman, along with fellow actors Anthony Hopkins, Billy Crystal, and Eugene Levy, saw their homes demolished as fires swept through the area, leaving widespread destruction. The fires, which have claimed over 1,100 structures and at least 5 lives as of January 8th death, have left countless families displaced across Los Angeles. While celebrities like Goodman may have the resources to rebuild, the broader community faces staggering losses. Billy Crystal, who lived in the neighborhood since 1979, shared his heartbreak over losing his family's home, filled with decades of memories, but also expressed hope for rebuilding. "The Pacific Palisades is a resilient community of amazing people," Crystal said. "The fires have also impacted high-profile stars such as Tom Hanks, Ben Affleck, and Mandy Moore, and have disrupted Hollywood's awards season, leading to delays in Oscar voting and the Critics' Choice Awards. Meanwhile, organizations like the California Community Foundation are rallying donations to support victims and first responders, providing a glimmer of hope amidst the devastation. Denise Crosby's heartbreak amid Los Angeles wildfires. Denise Crosby, best known for her role in Star Trek: The Next Generation, is devastated after losing her beloved Spanish cottage to the raging Los Angeles wildfires. Sharing a photo of the charred remains on social media, the 67-year-old actress wrote, "Yesterday morning I had a beautiful Spanish cottage that gave me endless joy, where I met my husband and raised my son. Now ashes. I am heartbroken." Crosby's Pacific Palisades home, the only house she ever owned, was a sanctuary filled with native plants, fruit trees, and countless memories with her family. She shares her 26-year-old son, August Silk, with her husband, Ken Silk, 80. Now, like so many others affected by the fires, Crosby is grappling with the loss as the Palisades fire continues to devastate the region, burning over 1,500 acres and destroying countless homes. Fueled by relentless Santa Ana winds, the firestorm has pushed westward toward Malibu, with forecasters warning of worsening conditions in the days ahead. Despite the heartbreak, Crosby's story reflects the resilience of a community determined to rebuild amidst one of the most destructive fire seasons in recent history. Maeve Riley's wildfire escape. Celebrity stylist Maeve Riley, known for dressing stars like Eva Longoria and Coco Jones, shared the harrowing story of losing her home to the Los Angeles wildfires. On Instagram, the 37-year-old recounted the chaos as she and her husband, Zach Quitman, rushed to evacuate with just their pets and an overnight bag. "The fire came so fast," Riley wrote, describing how they barely escaped after being told by police to run for their lives toward the beach. She detailed the frantic moments, racing through gridlock, retrieving her animals, and navigating smoke-filled streets on an electric bike. Despite their efforts, the fire consumed their Pacific Palisades home, reducing it to rubble. A video shared by Riley captured the heartbreaking aftermath, with her captioning it, "Our entire lives turned to dust." After days of bouncing between relatives' homes, which also faced evacuation, the couple finally found refuge in Palm Springs. Riley reflected on their loss, noting the small wins of salvaging a few items from her car and finding solace in her office. "While the material things are gone, what remains is a renewed appreciation for life, community, and love," she wrote, offering a message of resilience and gratitude amidst the devastation. J.J. Redick's devastating loss. L.A. Lakers coach J.J. Redick revealed the heartbreaking loss of his rental home in the Pacific Palisades wildfire, which forced his family to evacuate earlier this week. Speaking ahead of the Lakers game against the Mavericks, Redick shared, "Everything we owned that was of any importance to us, almost 20 years together as a couple, 10 years of parenting, was in that house." Among the irreplaceable items lost was a framed charcoal lighthouse drawing by his son, a memory Redick tearfully described. Despite the devastation, Redick expressed deep gratitude for the support his family has received. "The Palisades community has been so good to us," he said, acknowledging the strength of the neighborhood in rallying together during such a crisis. "We're going to be all right," he assured, adding that he intends to help those in the area facing greater challenges, particularly due to political and insurance barriers. Redick's focus remains on rebuilding and supporting others affected by the fires, which have destroyed countless homes, including his own. His resilience and compassion reflect the community spirit he so admires, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the profound loss.